pink champagne breakfast, silk kimonos until noon, fine French knickers and delicate antique lace. So who is the purveyor of this discerning style? Well, dress up in your prettiest frocks and practice your posh tea drinking pinky, because I'm taking you to the parlour of Mrs. Press.
I've had a lifelong obsession with vintage clothes, which I think I first fell in love with my vintage frock obsession when I was about 15, when my mother bought me the most amazing 1920s Art Deco dress, which I still have today. And through my years as a fashion journalist, about 10 years I spent writing. I was always fascinated by vintage clothes and by, I guess, the vintage silhouettes that inspire a lot of fashion labels all over the world. Fashion means fun to me. I love the idea of getting dressed up to go to a party or even to go to work. I think one of the things that informs my label is this very girly idea of frills and sequins and silk and all those things that make you feel happy. So many. A lot of my favourite fashion moments come from Vogue. I used to work there. I was the features director there for 5 years, but I also collect old Vogues and books of old Vogue covers. Yeah, a lot of all that magic that's created by Grace Coddington now at US Vogue, so that really kind of heavily propped, magical, narrative kind of sense of telling a story through fashion. I love that. Style, I think, can live completely independently of what's going on in fashion. Style might be an 80-year-old lady in Double Bay with incredible shoes and a croc handbag, and she may have no interest in or feel for what's happening on the catwalks in New York this season, but that doesn't mean that she's not super stylish, and I love style more, I suppose, than I love fashion. I love them both, but I think that style is something that lasts forever and that is ageless, which I really like as well. I'm quite fascinated by old ladies. I think fashion can sometimes be for the young. That makes it a bit boring. Style also, I guess, dips its toes in so many different areas of living, so it's not just the clothes that you wear, it's the way that you live, the way that you entertain, the way you write a thank you letter, you know, all those sort of aspects of living deliciously. Always. Yeah. I read voraciously as a child, precociously as a child, I suppose. But I love language, and I often think it's a shame not to use the beautiful words that we have to hand. Sometimes you can't get them out elegantly, but I certainly love them. I love the word furbelow, feather, frill, F words, but only the glamorous ones.
Fashion faux pas.
Oh my goodness, thongs. I know it's un-Australian, but I have this sort of pathological fear of toes in the road.
What makes you laugh?
What I just said. The idea that you can't be interested in fashion and clothes without being a little bit silly. I think it's perfectly possible to be a fashion fan and to be a thinking person and to do it intelligently.
Vodka or champagne?
Champagne.
Black or white?
Black.
Leather or lace?
Lace. But I do love a leather sofa to wear my lace on when lolling. Oh my word, I'd like to be several of me because I'm so busy. My husband might not agree. I think he'd like to just have one. But if there were lots and lots of me, then I could tackle all of the stuff that's languishing upstairs. Crisps and champagne when no one's watching, when I have no one to share it with. I know you shouldn't drink alone, but I do. Driven, inspired, and brave.